Hey, this is Mike from the Extra Life Chicago Guild representing Team Extra Life Nerds. Extra Life 2018 game day is just a few weeks away, and some of my guildies had some questions about how to stream to Twitch, display their goals, and display donations when they receive them. So I've decided to make this quick tutorial video to get you up and running with Twitch for the big. Before we get started with setting up your software, I want to show folks who are using a console such as an Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo Switch how they can get connected. To stream to your computer from Twitch, you're going to need a capture card. I use the Elgato HD60S. It's an external capture card. On the Elgato, what I will do is I will plug in my console into the in spot. This sends my video feed into the capture card. Next, I'm going to need to plug in a cord from my TV to the other end of the capture card. This is going to allow me to see what I'm playing on the TV. Finally, I'm going to want to put that image onto the computer. So I'm going to use the USB cord that came with the capture card. I'm going to plug one end into the card and the other end into my PC. This will then display anything I'm seeing on my TV from the console on my computer in OBS, which I will talk through later. If I turn my console on, I should successfully see it on the TV and on the computer. For this tutorial, you'll need a few things. First, you'll want a Twitch account. If you do not have one, you can sign up for one at twitch.tv. Second, you'll want a Streamlabs or StreamElements account. You can sign up for this at streamelements.com. You can actually use your newly created Twitch account to sign up for StreamElements, and we'll need these two accounts to talk to each other, which we'll explain later. And then finally, you'll need the OBS Live software, which you can find on the StreamElements homepage in the upper right-hand corner under OBS Live. And you'll want to download that for Windows. Unfortunately for this tutorial, we will not be covering how to set this. Once you have OBS Live installed and updated, you'll want to sign in using your Twitch account once again. OBS connects with your Twitch because it's pulling the stream information so that anything that is produced inside this window is then broadcasted out to your Twitch stream. Let's walk through the OBS software real quick. OBS stands for Open Broadcast Software. What that means is that anything that you produce inside OBS will then be broadcasted onto your Twitch stream. That'll make a little bit more sense later as we create our Twitch experience. Walking through the software, there's a few elements of OBS. Starting at the top, we have the activity feed. The activity feed informs you if anyone follows you or donates. This gives you a chance to thank them on stream. It adds a little bit of a personal touch to your audience. In the middle, this is your broadcasting window. Basically, anything you see in that window, your audience is seeing on your Twitch channel. On the right side is the chat. Because your audience has the capability to chat within Twitch, you'll be able to see if they're asking you a question or if they're having a conversation and interact with them through the channel. On the lower left, we have scenes. A lot of folks use different scenes when streaming. Scenes may include your game, or maybe it's just a camera of you so you can talk directly to your audience. Next to scenes is sources. Scenes are made up of a collection of sources. Sources would be your actual game, your overlay, which we will set up here, maybe your microphone, music, and each scene has a different set of sources, or it can use the same source. Next to that, we have the mixer. These are your audio levels. This is really important to give your users a positive experience, or your viewers, I apologize, a positive experience. This may mean making sure that your microphone is a little bit louder than your game. Your music is much quieter than everything. It gives you an idea of the different audio levels that your audience is hearing. To the right of that is the scene transitions. Basically, if you're switching between scenes, it just gives kind of a subtle transition. And finally, controls. This is where you would start your stream. Maybe you just want to record and not actually stream to Twitch. Studio mode, which allows you to see, like in the left window, you can see what scene is going to go live, and then you can click transition, and the right window is actually what is live on Twitch right now. For this tutorial, we're not going to work with studio mode. We'll just stick with the main scene. And then settings and exit. For this tutorial, we're going to create a single scene with an overlay, a microphone, our webcam, and some music. To start, we'll want to go back into that Stream Elements website. Stream Elements is a powerful tool that allows you different features for your stream, such as these overlays or chat bots. It's definitely something to play around with and kind of see everything it has to offer. But in this case, we're just going to focus on the overlays. Extra Life has their own custom overlay within Stream Elements, so let's go ahead and download that. If we go down to Theme Gallery, and then to Search Themes on the right, and type in Extra Life, actually just have to type in Extra, and then click on Create, you'll see that they have a series of scenes or overlays set up for us. We'll give our overlay a name. We'll just call it Game Day, and then create my overlay. As you can see here, it's given us a number of links. I'll explain what those are for in a second. Let's click on See Theme in my overlays. So now here are the various scenes. For this tutorial, we're just going to focus on the Extra Life in-game scene. You can mess with the other scenes later once we've gotten comfortable with this one. So we're going to go and we're going to click the little pen here. As you can see, here's where we can edit our overlay. We have different elements such as our social media, our latest subscriber, our latest follower will pop up here, our webcam view if we choose to have it. This right here, the reason it's faded out is because it will pop up when a new donation is received, but then it will go away. That way it won't interrupt the game experience for your viewers. And then finally, your Extra Life goal. This scene allows us to edit the different elements of our overlay. For instance, I don't really want anyone to have my social media information, so I'm going to delete these pieces. And I just click on them and press delete on my keyboard. Okay. Next, I do want folks to know my Extra Life goal. This is a little bit trickier to set up. On the left side, it says Extra Life ID. We need to grab our ID from the Extra Life website. You can find this by going to extralife.org and signing into your page. Then at the top, click Your Page. And in the URL, you'll see this long description, but at the end, it'll say participant ID equals and a 6-digit number. Go ahead and copy that number and paste it where it says Extra Life ID. And as you can see in the lower corner, my Extra Life goal has populated. Under Donated, we're going to do the same thing, so that way anyone who donates to my Extra Life page will be acknowledged on my Twitch stream. So I will paste that same number here. Nothing changes because I haven't received a donation. I think everything here is pretty well set up, so I'm going to go ahead and click Save. All right, on the lower right, we saw that it said Saved. So now we want to click Launch. And what Launch does is it brings up that URL that we had seen previously. And we need to copy that URL, and we're going to paste this inside. So remember when I was talking about our overlays? Well, here's where we're going to create our first scene with an overlay. So under Scenes, I'm going to click the plus sign. Here, I'll just name this In-Game. So now I've created a new collection. Nothing's really changed because we haven't added any sources. So let's go ahead and do so now. So the first source we're going to add is that overlay. We're going to click Browser. I'm just going to name this In-Game Overlay. Remember that URL we copied? We're going to paste that here. And what it's doing is it's pulling that overlay that we saved into OBS. The nice thing is if we decide to make changes later on, we can just make them within stream elements and it will automatically update when we start up OBS. I'm going to put them in high def, so I'm going to do 1920 by 1080 at 60 FPS. You can go with 30 FPS and maybe even a smaller width and height. This does make it a little bit more accessible for users who maybe have slower internet. But I'm fairly certain that Twitch will just downgrade the stream anyway, so I just keep it at the highest. Now click OK. And we see that it's pulled my overlay in. Now that we have our overlay in here, I want to add some other sources, such as the video game in the background, maybe even my webcam, and my audio from my microphone. Let's go ahead and set up our webcam first. To do this, we're going to click on the plus sign under Sources and Video Capture Device. Here, I'll type in webcam, and it already has my webcam selected for me. But this box is widescreen, and this image is not. We will change this to custom, and we'll pick a widescreen resolution, like 1280 by 720. There we go. So now we can reduce this, have it fit nicely. Oh, it looks like it's over everything, but if we just move this down below in-game overlay, it'll put it behind it. So that's kind of the order of priority on the screen. Next, let's add a game. I'm going to go ahead and we'll start up Fortnite. Now there's two ways you can add a game. You can add a game by the game window itself, or you can just capture your entire display. If you capture the entire display, a problem that you could run into is that it's going to look at everything. So let's say you have to Alt-Tab to go to, maybe your email or Twitter or something. Your audience is going to see that with the display capture. By capturing the game itself, it'll only focus on your game window. So I'm going to get Fortnite up and running here. I'm going to go back into OBS. I'm going to click on this plus sign again. I'm going to do game capture. I'm going to just name it Fortnite. That way if I decide to add another game, I can just turn off Fortnite and turn that on, and I'll show you how. Mode, we'll just say capture specific window, and then it's going to ask which window. We have the Fortnite client right here, so I'm going to click that. And then we see the Fortnite preview pop up. Everything looks good. We'll press OK. Again, Fortnite is over everything, so we're going to move it down below the webcam. Now you can see my webcam, and you can see the game. These little eyes here tell you if you can see something or not. So like I said, if you have multiple games in here, you could click the eye on Fortnite, and Fortnite would go away, and then click the other game, and that would show up instead. If you're using a console, such as a Switch, Xbox, or PlayStation, you'll have to add your game a little bit differently. To do this, we're going to go down to Source and press the plus sign. And then we'll go to Video Capture Device. Since I'm using a Switch, I'm going to type in Switch in the box here, and then press OK. And then under Devices, we're going to want to select the Elgato Game Capture HD. We should see a preview of the game show up in the window. Oh, I need to turn my Switch on. And then go ahead and press OK. You can resize the window to fit the entire screen. And then you'll set up the rest of the OBS the same way as the PC tutorial. Now we have a game, we have a camera. Let's go ahead and set up a microphone. To do that, we'll hit the plus sign. And we'll go to Audio Input Capture. And we'll just name this mic. And I'm going to set up just my microphone I have plugged into my sound card. Press OK. And now as you can see here, my microphone is now making noise, and it's actually my headset here. Hello. All right. So yeah, that's the basics of setting up your stream. You can even add a little bit more, like if you wanted to add Spotify. Whoops, that's Xbox. You can click on Spotify and we can play music. If you go back into OBS, you'll see that Spotify is playing right here. This is all your desktop audio, so this even includes game audio. Real quick, I'm going to add a couple other scenes so that you can see what the transitions look like. I'm going to add a talking scene and an ending stream scene. Again, I'm going to add these through the Stream Elements overlay editor. So for the talking scene, I will click on Edit. Going to just grab my stream key again. At the bottom here, I'm going to add my key so that folks can still see my goal. If somebody donates while I'm talking, I would like that to pop up, so I'm going to add that there. And I'm still going to delete my social media. All right, I'm going to save and then click Launch. Copy this URL, go back into OBS, and add it as a source. And we will do browser, talking, and then 1920 by 1080, 60 FPS. Press OK. And of course, we're going to need my webcam. So we'll add our video capture device. It already has my webcam saved from when we did it within the in-game scene. So all I have to do is click Add Existing and click Webcam and press OK. And I can fit that to the box. And of course move it below the overlay so that way it fits nicely in there. And finally, let's do the ending scene. Again, I'll go back to Stream Elements. I'll press back to bring me back to my overlays. I will go to Stream Ended. And once again, we're going to grab that participant ID, place it down there, place it in the donated box because the stream ended. I still want my viewers to see if somebody has donated. And I'm going to remove the social media again. All right, I will save, click Launch and grab that link, go back into OBS, create a source, browser, whoops, not there, call this ending. I already used it, ending overlay. Really you want to keep your sources consistent. I have not done that. And again, 1920 for my width, 1080 for my height, 60 FPS. Nothing to do under custom CSS. Click OK. And it will pull my stream ended chat. Now that we have OBS set up, it's time to stream to Twitch. We'll have to do a couple things in the settings first. So I'll go down to Settings under Controls, and then to Stream. We'll make sure the stream type says Streaming Services. Service says Twitch. Server Auto, and then there's a stream key piece. The stream key we actually get on our Twitch dashboard. To do that, we're going to go to Twitch. On the right side, we're going to go down to Dashboards. I'm already there. We're going to go to Streaming Tools, And then right at the top here it says looking for your stream key. You can find it on your dashboard. If you click on the dashboard link, it gives you your stream key. Do not show your key, just copy it. Your stream key is basically any service that wants to stream to your Twitch account uses this key. It's unique to you. If anyone else gets it, they can stream under your name. So now that we have that, I'm going to go back into OBS. I'm going to paste that key in. And then click apply. And then OK. I'm going to go back to Twitch real quick, though, and go back to my dashboard. On my dashboard, there's some things that we can set up, such as a title of our stream, our go live notification, which basically if anyone is subscribed or following you, they'll receive an email if they choose so of your stream going live. And this is kind of a notification for them. Maybe it's saying what you're doing. Like for game day, you can say, hey, my 24 hours has started. Come join me. So yeah, it's just a notification that they'll get in their email. So I'm going to play Fortnite. So we'll say Fortnite fun. Go live notification. Join me for game day. Looks good. Category. If you want people who are looking for a Fortnite streamer to find you, you can type in Fortnite. And then if they go to the Fortnite channels, you'll be on that list. It's organized by the number of viewers. So if you don't have very many viewers, you'll be towards the bottom of the list. But for Extra Life Game Day, there's actually a Extra Life category. And this is really cool because people in the community can search Extra Life and see who's streaming and come find you that way. And I've actually gotten a few people come watch my stream and hang out through the Extra Life category. Either works. And then you can have different tags. So this is if people are searching for streams, they can use these tags. I use Extra Life. I'm playing solo, and then English streamer. You can have whatever tags you want or that it allows. This all looks good. So I'm going to say update information. This information doesn't get broadcasted out until I go live, which we're going to do now. All right, to start my broadcast, I just need to go to controls in the lower right and click start streaming. All right, this light turned green. That means we are on. On the left here, it'll say drop frames. Basically, you want to keep an eye on this number. If it stays low, it's pretty good. But if it jumps up there, it basically means that Twitch is not getting all the information and may have a poor experience for your viewers. If this happens, just restart your stream through OBS and maybe even check your internet connection to make sure nothing's taking any bandwidth. And then it says live, we're not recording, and then how much CPU is being used. Not too much. All right, and so we can see here that we're recording. If we go to my page, we can see that I am online. And that's it. We've successfully set up OBS. We set up our Twitch account, and we streamed to our Twitch channel for the first time. If you found this tutorial helpful, feel free to share it out. And if you're feeling generous, drop a donation to my Extra Life page in the description below. Thanks and have a great game day.